Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy and today I wanted to just show you my newest junk journal kit that I have available in my Etsy shop. And I made quite a few of them, so there are plenty in my shop. They're all the same, well they're all similar, they all have the same items in them, but the prints and patterns will vary from kit to kit. So I just want to take a few minutes and go through this kit and show you the pieces that are in there so that you can see them in detail. And I'll start with the fabrics and trims. And this is a really pretty minty lace. This is some tea-stained floral fabric, a botanical fabric that I've used in my journals. And all of these pieces are things that I really love to use and I have used or will use in my journals. This is a beautiful creamy colored lace and these little cardstock tags, I handmade those and stitched them, so you can use those in your journal as well, and I did not include those in the item count for the kit. They're just a little extra. So this is a beautiful little taupey colored doily. This is a strip of frayed fabric that has a beautiful floral pattern in it. So like I said, the prints on each piece in each kit will vary according to the cut of the fabric. This is a beautiful aqua with pinks and greens and different colors. Kind of it's soft but it's still vibrant piece of fabric. And this is called Cottage Florals, the whole kit, and it does have a lot of botanicals and florals, but it also has a romantic, moody feel to it. And there's a very beautiful piece of paper in here that I'll show you at near the end that has that moody feel to it. So this is a piece of lace that has a beautiful floral pattern in it of roses, and I've used this in, I think, my latest journal, my last one or two journals that I've made. Here's a beautiful piece of off-white lace. And these are some vintage pieces that I have cut for the kids. I love this. You could separate this out and cut these little doilies off. You could cut these out individually and use them on your pages. You could fold these over in half like this and make them tabs on your pages. You could stitch them into the corners. You could stitch them onto other pieces or pockets that you're putting in your journal. So lots of uses for those. This is a piece of trim, vintage trim, and this is, I think this is about 18 inches of this cream colored lace, and it's a nice wide piece, so you could use this and you could stitch this to the bottom of a page and you could make it a pocket. You could stitch this along the edge of the page. You could also fold this around the edge of a page and make a beautiful border on your papers. You could cut it down and make tabs for tags. And this is a pretty piece of vintage tablecloth, like a lacy tablecloth. And then I've taken this vintage piece of wallpaper and I've stitched an envelope for you to use in your journals. So you can wrap this around a page and have the envelope flipping out, which is what I do in my own journals, like that. And this is sticky back floral fabric, so you just peel and you can cut this down and use it any way you'd like in your journal. This is a beautiful piece of floral wallpaper. I just love those colors in there. So I do have 5 pieces of wallpaper in the kit, and they do open out, they're bigger, but I do fold them down for shipping purposes. Little fibers of pieces everywhere. So this is a beautiful mauvey pink color. This one has a shiny rose pattern to it. I'm not sure if you can see the detail on that, but it's really soft. And where are my other wallpapers? Are down below. They got separated out a bit. So we have this wallpaper, which again is a bigger piece. It's folded. So this is a sweet rose pattern as well. And then you've got quite a large piece of this fabric, or wallpaper, excuse me, which has a lot of floral detail to it. It's just mixed in with some neutral spaces. So you could cut this down. This is about 20 inches by 12, I think, so that's quite a big piece of wallpaper. So let me move those out of the way. And then this is a beautiful piece of upholstery fabric, and it's got the fringe left on it, so you could cut this down. You can make it a flip out in your journal. You could cut this and stitch it, make it flip up. You could make it flip to the side. You could just adhere it and make a side pocket if you stitched around the edges. So lots of things you could do with that. This is a beautiful piece of lace that actually came from Blue Linen Cottage. She shared with me, so I've included a piece of that. And this is a beautiful piece of bluish, grayish bluish green, I guess you would call it, a soft muted blue-green. And this is that moody floral paper that I was talking to you about. And this print will vary according to each kit because of the way I had to cut. It was a large piece that I had to cut down. But I just love the colors in here. And so this is what I played off of when I built the kit. This is what I built it around. And then this piece of fabric is quite a large piece, so you could use this any way you want to, as a journal cover, as the inside of a journal, to make things from, make pockets, make pages, all kinds of things you could do with that. So let me just stuff these couple pieces right back on so I know what I've done. And then I've got two pieces of handmade paper in each kit. One is this soft minty color and one is this cream, and they do just look so pretty with this moody floral. So if you can see how they all play together, it's just such a soft look. So then you'll also receive two stacks of paper. So one is a set of botanicals and the other is a set of non-botanicals, I guess you'd call it, other vintage pages. So these are all things that I have collected and gathered and pieced together for a certain look or a certain feel and a certain flow. So all of these would make a wonderful journal, or you could use them and put them in a journal that you've already made or that you're currently making. You can mix and match, of course. So there's a large doily. It's a paper doily. And then I'll just show you some of the papers, or kind of what this stack looks like. And it will be similar in each kit, but a little different. This is an aged, it's not tea stained, but it's just naturally aged envelope that I have. Has a nice creamy tint to it. This is just some brown paper that's great for a page or stitching onto a page. A scorecard sheet, vintage. These are all vintage papers, so most of them, if they're not, I'll try to remember to tell you, but dictionary, script paper, tea stain paper. This one is not vintage. This is a calendar page, but it's got a really pretty image on the bottom. And then this dictionary page has such a soft feel to it. I really like that paper. And I've included a piece of that old school kindergarten school book, so there are places on here that you could write. Sears catalog paper. This is a vintage time sheet, if you can see that. And then you've got some tea stained grid paper. And this is that physics book page that I recently found that I really like. So that's one set. And then the other set, and all the details are listed in my Etsy shop. So all the page counts and descriptions are in my Etsy shop, of course. So the botanical set has this sweet piece of stationery and the envelope that goes with it. And then you will get a bunch of botanicals. This comes from a beautiful paper bag. I think I've said beautiful probably 20 times in this video. So hopefully you get the picture that it's full of beautiful things. So we've got Edith Holden. And these are some botanical prints. This one is 2 pages together, so you could use that as pages in your journal just like they are. And this is from a vintage botanical book. And And more images. This is a really large botanical that you can cut down. And so all of these same pages are in each kit. It's just that each one is going to vary. So large botanical prints like this. And these botanical book pages. And this really, really large botanical print. So, and then this one as well. Oops, that's upside down. And then this one. So that is the kit. Those are the contents. And they are, like I said, currently listed in my Etsy shop. And if you want the details, go take a look. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.